Hello everybody, my name is Kim, or you can call me Kelvin, and I will be teaching you about loops in PHP. We have different kind of loops in PHP. The first loop is the for loop, we have the while loop, we have the do while. Yes, those are them. And I will also teach you about the for each function, okay? Or how you can display the values of a PHP array using the for each. So let's get into it. The very first thing that we will do is we will create a variable x, we'll assign it a value of 0. Then we'll display or we'll count from number 0 to number 10. And we will first start by doing this using the for loop. So we'll pass the first condition, which is x is equals to 0. Then we'll send the second condition, which is what we want to be done. So if x is less than or equal to 10, so it means that count from 0, increment until you reach 10, because it's also equal to 10. So this variable, we are going to increment it. All right. So then we are going to echo this out. I mean echo. Okay, echo. Yes. So we will echo our variable x, and we'll pass a break statement. So let's see whether we have calculated from 0 to 10. So we'll go to our browser and we will reload the page, and as you can see, we have calculated from 0 to 10. If we were to change this to be 5 and also this to be 5, it's going to calculate from 0.5. Let's see whether it's correct. Voila, there it is. Now this can also be achieved using a while loop. So that's the for loop. But now if you are told to do the same using a while loop to calculate from a point 0 to whichever number. So the while loop, the very first thing you pass inside the parentheses is the condition is less than or equal to, let's do 15 now. All right. Then we are going to display or to echo, let's echo number, maybe number 0, number 1, and so forth and so on. Then we'll break so that we can display it in a horizontal format. We'll have to end with a semicolon because it's an executable statement. And let's see whether the while loop is performed the same. As you can see, number 00, it's going to break our browser because we haven't incremented. You should make sure that you do not make the same mistake as I did, because every time you do not pass the increment, you can break your browser. It will count till infinity. But now that we have passed it, as you can see, it has calculated all the way to number 15. That's now the while loop. I hope you are getting. Now we can also achieve this using the do while. So in the do while, the first thing you will first display it. You pass your variable x, and then we'll also break it to display it in a good format. And of course, this time we are not going to forget to increment our variable x. Then as it's called, there is the while, is the do while. So then we will do the while, then we will pass the condition. Let's say it's less than, or let's say just is less than, let's say 10. So it's going to calculate from 0 all the way to number 9. It's not equal to 10. All right. So let me refresh it. It's 0 all the way to 9. Okay. So that's how you use the for loops to calculate any number from 0 or from whichever number you want, even if it's a negative number, all the way to infinity. You can do this using the loops. Now, I also said that I'm going to teach about the for each function. Now, the for each function comes in handy when, let's say you have an array, and this array has a million values, and you are told to display all those values, or to put all those values. You cannot use every index for every value because you have a million values. That's a lot of work, but you can use the for each function to display all of them at once. So the very first thing we'll do, we'll create an array. Let's create a class array. So this is how you create an array in PHP. Let's say you have a Subaru, you have a BMW. It's a nice car, man. BMW. Then we have a Benz. And let's say you also have, or this array also has an Audi. Okay, so that's our array. So you are to display all these values all the way from Subaru to Audi. Okay, all at once. You can do that using indexes, but it's hectic. But now that's where the for each function comes in handy. So the very first thing is you pass the cars variable, then s. You create another variable. You can call it value for our case. Okay, so we want to display all these values. So we can echo. In PHP you echo or you print, but it's echo is okay. So let's display you have a, or you own your it's okay too. You have a, let's display your car. We'll pass this value. This you can give way to whichever variable name you want, even if it's x, it's y, whichever, as long as you pass it here. Is the way you passed it on the parentheses. Let's also break this and let's end this statement with a semicolon. So let's see whether we can display all these values all at once. And as you can see, you have a Subaru, you have a BMW, and so forth. Now, this is how you display all of them at once. But let's say you want to display the very first value in your array. So that's where this is an indexed array. We also have an associative array. So associative array used named indexes, or while where the other, this one, the indexed one, uses index. Now since this is an indexed array, we can display the very first value using an index. And as we all know, in PHP or in whichever language, in most of them, arrays start at point or at index 0, 1, 2, and so forth. So we expect that when we echo cars 0 or cars index 0, we should display Subaru. Okay, let's see whether that is true. And as you can see, we have Subaru as our output. So that's how you use loops in PHP, and that's how you use the for each function in PHP. If you like the video, kindly like, share, and subscribe. And you can comment any other thing that you'd want me to teach about PHP. See you on the next video.